Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And y'all, I came in today to talk about this indictment of R. Kelly. I don't know if you heard, but today R. Kelly was indicted on 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. And they say that these charges would be a Class 2 felony, and it's involving 4 alleged victims. Now, y'all, R. Kelly is scheduled to appear in court Saturday for a bail hearing, and his arraignment is set for March 8th. And there's also been a warrant issued for R. Kelly's arrest for charges spanning from 1998 to 2010. And if this fool is convicted, R. Kelly faces a maximum of 7 years in prison for each one of those counts. Y'all, that would be about 70 fucking years. He done lost his damn mind and fucked up his life. Let me just continue on with what came out today. This indictment accuses R. Kelly of sexual acts with 3 children older than 13 but younger than 17. Now, these charges say that R. Kelly used force or the threat of force to control these young women and young girls. And there's a new video out, y'all, that shows R. Kelly having sex with an underage girl. Now, this video is not the video that we saw years ago. This new video, and it might be another one along with the one that we heard about last week, but I'll get to that. This new video that came out, CNN has actually viewed that video. And they say that the tape shows R. Kelly having sex with a girl who refers to her body parts as those of a 14-year-old. I guess in the video, he's asking her age, and she's telling him over and over that she's 14. This is the body of a 14-year-old. Y'all, this is one sick son of a bitch. They say this new video that they have lasts 42 minutes and 45 seconds, and it's clear and explicit. This is the way that the authorities describe the video. I'm going to say that again. They say that it is crystal clear and it is explicit. They say in this video, it shows some of the same acts that we previously saw R. Kelly do with the other 14-year-old girl. I guess like pissing on the girl. Girl, y'all, when I say that he has some deep-seated issues, and I'm going to get to those when I get finished with letting y'all know what all done happened today. Now, they said over the years, R. Kelly has been sued by multiple women that have accused him of having sex with them when they were underage. And most of those cases were settled out of court, and we didn't hear about it. So when we thought that, he got off on that first one, what was happening behind the scenes is that there were other young women who had now, I guess, gotten past the age of 18 and decided to sue his monkey ass. And they sued, and he settled out of court. You do not settle out of court when you are innocent. At least I wouldn't, y'all. And then, last year in around July, we heard that R. Kelly was holding a group of women against their will as part of what some of their parents described as a sex cult. And, one of the famous ones in that sex cult, Jocelyn Savage, she denied the claims, and she asked her parents in a video to stop speaking about her relationship with R. Kelly. Y'all, I want to say something about that. I was a young girl once too. And something my mother always told me about a relationship with a man. She always told me that it should bring positivity and happiness into your life. The reason why I bring that up is for all the women out there who have been in relationships, what relationship that you considered a good one Was it how can I put this? What relationship were you in that you considered a good one where the man did not allow you to see your family, to go away from him, and you are coached to speak and dress in certain ways? That is not a healthy relationship, y'all. Whenever a man is alienating you from everything that you have known before you met him, your family, that is not good. Y'all, I got a young daughter, and if she met a guy and he was telling her that she couldn't come around us, she couldn't associate with the friends and acquaintances that she had before she met him, I would start warning my daughter that something about this guy is not right. That is an abuse in a certain way. It's an abusive relationship when they don't allow you to do what you want to do, and you're a grown ass woman. Y'all, that shit is crazy. Now, after everything that came out today, I know that there are still going to be some people that do those whataboutisms. And what I mean by that is they'll say, well, what about Trump? What about Harvey Weinstein? What about this person? What about Hugh Hefner? What about Elvis Presley? What about this one and that one? Y'all, that is fine. And you're right. What about those people? But right now, we're talking about one of ours. We're talking about R.Kelly, who we know was on that video 20 years ago pissing on that little girl. Remember yourself at 13, 14, 15, 16. I was sitting at work today and a group of women, we were all talking. And the one common thread that was going through our discussion was, what were we like at the age of 14? Most of us had just recently started our little ministration. I started mine at 13, and a couple of my friends said they started at 14, and we were all in that little just starting your ministration. So you really don't even understand your body at 13 and 14. And one lady at work talked about what it probably felt like to be 14 and you're dealing with a grown man invading your personal parts, because that's what he did when he took those little girls' virginity. He invaded their bodies. If you're going to be sexually active at 13 and 14, you should not be with a man that's in his 30s with his big nasty body just invading your little parts. You just recently became quote unquote a woman, by getting your little ministration and all of that. So it took us back as women to when we were that age, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I know a lot of people talk about, well, those little girls were fast. Y'all, that might be so too. But does that mean that some big old grown Chester, the molester, should take them and invade their bodies like that? The bottom line is, if R. Kelly was not a pedophile, none of this would be happening. Those little quote unquote fast girls would not have been in his clutches. At this point, y'all, with everything that's coming out about him, I don't even understand how people can still ride for him. As I tell y'all, read the comments under stories that, that I'm interested in. And some of the comments that women have made in defense of this freak just totally disgusts me. They don't give a fuck, y'all. They don't care. They see these women who are, a lot of them are grown now, and they can't see the 13-year-old girl that R. Kelly laid up with, or the 14-year-old girl that he laid up with, because now a lot of these victims are adults, and they're speaking about what happened to them when they were teenagers. So now we look at them and we say, well, why didn't you tell when it was happening? Y'all, a lot of sexually abused people don't tell until they're adults. A lot of them don't. because there's a certain shame to it from what I'm understanding. I have a family member, a very close family member, that was molested from the age of about 5 until 14, until she got a little bit older and told. So would you ask the 14-year-old, why didn't you tell when you were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13? They tell when they are strong enough. That's what it is. They tell when they are strong enough. My family member that finally told, that is the reason she gave for telling, because at that point her voice had grown and she felt strong enough to tell. I don't know why people still believe him and ride with him. I don't understand that, y'all. Because for me, I'm going to err on the side of the quote unquote victim until that person is proven innocent. And that's just how it is for me when it comes to a child. I am going to believe a child. And for me, a 13-year-old girl, 14-year-old girl, 15, 16, 17, that is a child. They cannot vote. They cannot buy alcoholic beverages. They can't do anything until they are 18. So that is a child. This entire story, it disgusts me to no end. And y'all, another thing, when I was speaking to the ladies at my job, when we were all discussing this, a lot of them say that they believe that R. Kelly should do some prison time, but a lot of them want him to go to a mental health place before. And here's why. Because obviously this man has a problem. And this is how we know that he does. Remember years ago, 20 years ago, when he was first accused and he went through that whole trial and he was acquitted? Wouldn't that be your heads up to never, ever be involved or around anyone that is under the age of 18? But R. Kelly could not help himself because he has a thing for young girls. He continued on. And this is why we are where we are with him today, because he could not stop himself, because he has a problem. And that's why he needs to be in some type of psych facility before he goes off to jail, because jail is not going to stop those urges. It's going to punish him for what he did, but it's not going to stop the urges. He needs to sit down with a mental health professional in some deep therapy to talk about what happened to him when he was younger and what in him made him start abusing young people, young girls. He needs to work that out. So if he goes to jail and is fortunate enough to, to get out, he never walks this way again. On the one hand, I have sympathy and empathy for the little boy R. Kelly. I have empathy for him. But I do not have any sympathy for the man, because this family member of mine who was molested, brutally molested when they were younger, they did not grow up to be a molester. They grew up to be a protector. In other words, if they even think that it's some shady business, they're jumping on it because of what happened to them. They know the signs of, when someone possibly could be being molested. So they're overly vigilant when it comes to children. R. Kelly fell on the side of a young person who was molested when they were younger and then grew up and turned into the molester. Y'all, I think this time, because of this whole Mute R. Kelly, campaign, and then, the Surviving R. Kelly little documentary that Lifetime did, I think R. Kelly is not going to skirt by this time. I think he's going to do some time. I really do. And well, he should, because y'all, All of these people cannot be lying. Like I said in one of my videos, if this was R.Kelly from around the corner down the way, and y'all had heard that all of this stuff was swirling around him, y'all wouldn't give the R.Kelly in your neighborhood as many chances as we're giving this R.Kelly, this singer. We don't know this motherfucker, y'all. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Take your own life. Your next door neighbor knows you in a certain way. But when you go in your house and close your door, they don't know what's going on inside of your house. We have next door neighbors, possibly women who are being physically abused, or there could be someone, a child in your neighborhood who's being sexually abused, and you know nothing about it, because you only know the face that the person puts out for you. Y'all, excuse me. I don't understand people who defend a person that they've never met, that they only know them from watching them sing a song on stage or on a video. We don't know nothing about this motherfucker. And all of this stuff swirling around him, there has got to be some truth in it, y'all. They say that this video, this recent video that came out, is explicit and very clear. So basically what they're telling us is this is him again on another video. The earlier video back 20 years ago, things were a little grainy back then. Technology hadn't advanced as much as it has now. Hell, we got phones that are making videos and damn near movies. So now things are clear. CNN says that's him. Other people, law enforcement, have viewed that video, and for them to hand down these charges, something on that video is prompting them to do it, y'all. Something that they've seen. There have been new victims that have come to the forefront. What is happening is, because women are gaining a voice and starting to speak up for themselves and demand respect, that these things are now coming to the forefront. Women are starting to feel empowered. I'm going to tell y'all, this family member that I have that this happened to when they were a young person, over the years I've talked to this family member. And what I've learned, just being a woman myself, is what was done to them as a child never goes away. They cannot escape it, because what was taken from them broke them in so many ways. When you abuse a child, they carry that scar with them forever. They dream about it. They have nightmares about it. They have flashbacks about it. They are basically suffering from PTSD. And the reason why I know that is because when I speak to this person about what happened to them and I watch their face, I realize that just speaking about it for them takes them back to that moment. They're actually reliving it. They can smell things. They can feel things. They can sense things. They are right back at the moment when they were being abused. It's so real to them. And when I sit there and watch the emotion that goes across this person's face, I know that being molested at such a young age has tormented this person and their outlook on life for their entire life. Their entire life. Imagine something happening to you as a young child, and you carry that pain your entire life. You have nightmares about it. You're waking up in cold sweats. You can remember the smell of certain things. Certain sounds take them back. It's when I watch this person, y'all, It's the most horrible thing to witness because the grown-up person fades away, and what you see is the child that was hurt. And this person, I'm 54. This person is older than me. And when I talk to this person, they become the little girl that was hurt. It breaks my heart, y'all. So I don't take these charges of R. Kelly lightly. I really don't. I liked some of his songs just like all of you did. But just because I like his music is not going to make me just poo-poo away these women's stories, y'all. I can't do it. No amount of music could make me turn a blind eye or a deaf ear to what these people are trying to say. Y'all, I don't know. These next few weeks, these next few months, when all of this is playing out, it's going to be interesting. And I'm going to come back here and there and talk about it. But today, when I read that, he's going to court, he's been indicted, it shocked me. It really did. But also, I was very pleased. I was pleased for the young girls and young women who were truly victimized by him. I was hopeful that the girls that are with him now, those young women that are with him now, can go somewhere and get some fucking help. Because y'all, when you ain't going to see your family, your mama on her birthday, you ain't going home for Thanksgiving, Christmas, none of that, family member, something is wrong there. No man that truly loves you in a healthy way is going to keep you away from people that loved you before he met you. Y'all, no man, not a good man. Y'all need to think about that. Think about it. With that, y'all, this is the end of the video. I want y'all to leave some comments down in the comment section about what you feel about this indictment of R. Kelly today. Do you think it's long overdue? Let me know down in the comments. As always, y'all, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.